On the 17th of January, Cameroonian journalist Martinez Zogo was abducted. On Sunday, the 22nd of January, his mutilated body was found near Soua, a suburb of Yaoundé. The Cameroonian businessman Jean-Pierre Amougou Belinga, suspected of involvement in the murder of journalist Martinez Zogo, was arrested at around 5:30 a.m. on the orders of the Secretary of State of Defense (SED) Chief Galaxy-Yves Landry Etoga. If you are new on my channel, Cameroon Exposed, please click the notification button and the subscribe button for more videos. On the first segment of this video, we will give a brief biography of who Martinez Zogo was. Martinez Zogo was born September 22, 1972. He was a Cameroonian journalist. Zogo was the host of Embouteillage, a radio show where, amongst other things, he spoke about corruption. He was also the director of the radio station where it was broadcasted, Amplitude FM. In 2023, he was adopted by unidentified assailant and found dead 5 days later. Apparently kidnapped as he tried to enter a police station while fleeing from his attackers. His badly damaged car was found shortly after. In February 2015, the Cameroonian government temporarily suspended Zogo from journalism, citing ethical concern over comments made on Embouteillage. In 2020, Zogo served a 2-month prison sentence for criminal defamation, according to the Committee to Protect Journalists. Amougou Belinga. Amougou Belinga is a Cameroonian billionaire and the CEO of Anecdote newspaper and the Pura Mineral Water Company and the Vision Cat television channels. Jean-Pierre Amougou Belinga was arrested on Monday, February 6, according to the Cameroonian Communication Ministry. Belinga's media group L'Anecdote confirmed its owner was undergoing questioning by the Gendarmerie Top Institute. Martinez Zogo mutilated body was found on Sunday, January 22, near Soua, a suburb of Yaoundé. His murder left many shocked in Cameroon as NGOs continue to call out violation of press freedom and freedom of speech. The 51-year-old was the host of the popularly daily radio show Embouteillage, or the Gridlock in English. On the air, he regularly tackled cases of corruption and alleged embezzlement, not hesitating to question important personalities by name. Amougou Belinga was one of them. The businessman is reportedly a friend of several ministers. Fellow journalists paid their respect to Zogo, urging for an investigation. Cameroonian President Paul Biya ordered Thursday, February 2nd, a probe into the adoption and subsequent brutal killing of the journalist. The same day, the presidency announced several people had been arrested. Reporters Without Borders has learned that many Cameroonian intelligence officers have been arrested in connection with the journalist Martinez Zogo's murder, and that a suspect who has confessed to participating in the murder has even said that it was the Cameroonian Justice Minister who ordered it. More than 20 members of the Cameroon General Directorate for External Investigation have been arrested in the capital Yaoundé in the past few days in connection with the murder of Martinez Zogo, whose mutilated body was found on 22nd January. The shocking statement they have made to investigators have coincided with a political battle to succeed President Paul Biya, who will be 90 in a few days, and even attempt to destabilize the government. The DCRA boss, Leopold Maxime Ekoko, who is amongst those who have been arrested, was still denying that he was aware of the plan to silence Zogo. But his deputy special operator, Justin Dawe, has provided a shocking statement. In confession that he handwrote during his interrogation, and which Reporters Without Borders have seen, he provided a detailed account of the gruesome operation to silence Zogo, and he emerges as the head of the unit that carried it out. The Lieutenant Colonel Danwe recognizes his involvement and says he told his superior. His account shows that Zogo's murder was a state crime. He provides a detailed description of how Zogo was followed for weeks in order to establish the pattern of his movement until his adoption on the evening of 17 January by the DRGE members, including Danway, who was the one in charge. Zogo was reportedly taken to a building under construction that belongs to Jean-Pierre Amougou Belinga, a powerful businessman who Zogo had accused of embezzlement. According to Lieutenant Colonel Justin Dawe confession, Amougou Belinga himself then beat Zogo in the basement of his building and telephoned Justice Minister Laurent Esso, to whom he is close, to ask him what Zogo's fate should be. Laurent Esso, who is one of the most powerful members of the government, allegedly responded that Belinga should finish the job to avoid a repetition of the case of Paul Shooter, a journalist who was beaten last year by a mysterious group of assailants who were never unidentified. They left Shooter for dead at the roadside, but he ended up surviving. According to Dawe's statement, Belinga was not present when the job was finished, a task that Danway acknowledges having carried out himself together with his men. According to the information that Reporters Without Borders has obtained from a medical source, Martinez Zogo's body was badly mutilated. His fingers were cut off. His arms and legs were broken in several places, and a steel rod was rammed into his anus. The investigation, which is being led by a mixed commission of gendarmes and police officers, and is being carried out on President Paul Biya's orders, has clearly made extraordinary progress in the past few days. How much further will it go? Reporters Without Borders have been told that other important persons, including several other ministers close to Amougou Belinga, could have been informed in advance of the plan to kill Zogo and could even have been involved. The outcome of the investigation remains very uncertain as the affair ramifications reaches up to the highest level of state, while the political environment is described by several local sources as verging on insurrection. For a while last night, it was being reported that Belinga had been arrested, but he finally made an appearance at one of his companies this morning, displaying an extraordinary degree of calm, given the accusation being made against him. Reporters Without Borders has tried several times to reach out to Justice Minister without success. Amougou Belinga and his collaborators are considered as the untouchable men in Cameroon, as they have carried out several gruesome murders like this and gone scot-free. For more information on this very case, click the notification button and subscribe, as we will be loading more videos and more updates on this case.
Pour la nouvelle année, je souhaite mes meilleurs vœux au président de la République, pour qui j'accorde un énorme respect. Je prie pratiquement tous les jours pour lui. J'adresse également mes meilleurs vœux à tous mes amis, à toutes mes connaissances, aux artistes qui se respectent et qui veulent qu'on les respecte également. J'adresse également mes meilleurs vœux à ma chaleureuse épouse, à mes enfants. Et pour terminer, je souhaite mes meilleurs vœux à tous les Camerounais qui se respectent et qui aiment leur pays.